So I am making this video for the empaths that are still stuck with the narcissist, okay? There's so many empaths that are still stuck with narcissists around the world. For some reason, it's most likely your parent, and sometimes you're fully dependent on them. So we could say they're looking after you, buying you food, housing you, and paying your rent. There can be empaths who are stuck with partners, okay? It can be a narcissistic partner. And you've been married for a while, could be 20, 25 years or whatever, it's been a while. And you have some kind of engagements, like things, it could be ties. Could be kids, it could be money, it could be finances, it could be mortgage, it could be car financing, it could be anything. There's a lot of ties because those kind of entanglements. There is also a lot of ties that usually tie you with the narcissist. The narcissist, they have this technique, or I could call it tendency, of finding a way to tie you up. It could be they want to marry you very quickly. They want to have a child with you. They want to move in with you. They want, so there's a ties. There's one or two ties. Even sometimes there's kids. The only thing I'll tell you, it is not going to be easy to leave a narcissist. Let nobody ever come and lie to you. It doesn't matter who they are. It's a coach. It's a friend. Nobody will lie to you that it's going to be easy to leave a narcissist. A narcissist will practically tell you that you're not going anywhere. Are you empaths following? A narcissist will tell you that you're not going anywhere. The moment you have surrendered your emotions to the narcissist, the moment you have surrendered your energy fully, maybe before it was, it was partially or whatever, but this time you're fully involved and engaged, you can see the abuse. You're waking up every day hoping for the best. You're waking up every day hoping for an exit route. You will not find it. I spent almost 7 years planning to exit the entanglement. It was very toxic. I knew that I had to do something about this because it was extremely toxic. And I didn't have any way to live. So I was tied up in so many different kinds of ways. And of course, including the trauma bond. You guys know about the trauma bond. I spent 7 years, ladies and gentlemen, I was planning. Now, I have done a video about the exit strategy, okay? You need an exit strategy. So, I've got a friend of mine, what's his name, Eugene Mochesmo. On his videos, also, he gives some lights, because I remember we woke up at the same time back in the days. We woke up around the same time. It was just a couple of, maybe 3 months apart. So we woke up at the same time, and we left during the same time, actually. You can as well go to his channel and you will find some, there will be a few pointers here and there that you might use, in this situation of leaving the narcissist. You might get some insights as well. I've also done a video about the exit strategy, the Enzo exit strategy. And I've told you my own ways that I use to leave the narcissist. Because you see, there is no, I could say, direct route outwards. So there's no direct route out of the narcissistic relationship. So sometimes you're going to have to improvise. There's not going to be something laid out there that, okay, so this is what is laid out. When you get out, move over there, and then you're going to move over here. So there is no concrete strategy of living a narcissist. But when you talk about survivors, you might get insights of some of the things they have done to get free. Because let me promise you, ladies and gentlemen, empaths, I will promise you, you can hear this from me. It is not going to get better. Yes, I know it will take a while to sink in. You may be there out there hoping for the best. You're hoping to come back home and your mother will give you a very big smile and, will treat you nice or will treat you better. You may be wanting to come back home, hoping to come back home one day and your wife will behave better or your husband will behave better. It is not going to end better. It is not going to end well. Okay? So those people, they keep on worsening with time. And empaths, I can promise you there's nothing you can do. You cannot change them. You cannot fix them. Empaths, stop trying to fix a narcissist. You're wasting a lot of time. I tried fixing a narcissist for years, ladies and gentlemen, until I was exhausted. I knew that there was nothing more I could do. It was time for me to leave. Stop trying to fix the narcissist. You cannot fix a person that is spiritually damaged. Yes, you may be there helping them a little bit here and there, but that help, it is going to drain your energy and they will keep on wanting more and more. So you are trying actually to help an insatiable being, okay? There's nothing you can give them is enough. There's not enough money you can give them. There's not enough sex you can give them. There's not enough validation you can give them. There's not enough attention. They want it all and it's not enough. You are going to get burnt out. The moment you start analyzing the damage you have received from those relationships or entanglements or toxic family units, the moment you step out of those entanglements, that is when you're going to start counting the losses. That is when you're going to figure out your health status. How damaging has it been for your own personal health, your mental well-being? Your finances are crumbled. Everything is in shatters. That is when you're going to count the losses. I've told you, there is people sometimes who end up in hospital. It can be a medical hospital, it can be a psychiatric hospital. There is people who pass away. So when we're talking about this kind of abuse, the lucky part for you is that you have somebody that is telling you something, okay? The lucky part for you, you have people like me, there's other coaches online, you have some information. These days there's technology, so you have people that are telling you something. Listen to them. You have got to believe them. It is very important, ladies and gentlemen. I know it is very difficult. It is a very hard pill to swallow. For you to finally figure out you have spent so many years with an energy vampire, it is very difficult, okay? Listen to the people that are teaching you. It is going to be hard, yes, like I've said. So the only thing you need to do, it is time for you to save yourself. Where you are seems like a comfortable space. It's like a comfortable zone. You're used to this beautiful home. You could have been married to a very influential narcissist who has some money with them, and they have these houses and everything. It's an illusion. Let it go. Let it go. The only thing you need is you need a strategy, like I've said. Okay. You have got an aunt in the countryside. You've got a brother somewhere living somewhere. You've got an uncle. You've got a friend. That person has got to be out of your town. So it has got to be a person that is living very far away from you. Because if you ever wake up one morning, for example, and you leave a narcissist, the narcissist is going to look for you. They are going to call the police. They are going to call the neighbors. They are going to call everybody. They are going to call your mother. They are going to move around, driving around all night looking for you. because you're trying to escape from a narcissistic individual. And those people, they are not going to let you go easy, okay? So it's not going to be like, you just wake up one morning and you open the door and you're like, okay, so I'm leaving the house. It doesn't work like that. They are going to put up a fight. They are very abusive and very intoxicated, but at the same time, they don't want to let you go, because for them, you being around them is like they have this little object they can abuse. Because for the narcissist to survive, these kind of people need your energy. So they need a source somewhere, that they can survive. Whenever they come back home, they have got a punching bag, okay? So they've got all these emotions running through their minds and everything, and all these demons on their head. They need a punching bag whereby they can now dump that energy. So whenever they come back to the house, you're the punching bag. I'm not talking about physically. Well, some of them are physical, but mostly it's an emotional punching bag for them. So they need that supply in their vicinity. It is not easy for them to let you go, because when they let you go easy, walk out easy, then they have nothing left. So they don't have nobody to abuse, and they cannot thrive, they cannot survive. It's the reason as to why you see most of the times, if you have run away from a narcissist, for example, and you've discarded a narcissist at short notice, is why you see a lot of these narcissists. They implode, they will decompose, they will deflate. You're going to realize that they are going down. It's like they are dying. It's like you've taken everything from them. They are dying. The only person that is there helping them to thrive and survive, it is you. When you walk away, they are going to die. They might, sometime run off, like you guys already know, this narcissist, normally when you run off, run away or whatever, you disappear. They also have a tendency of running very quickly, so they may sometimes run around and pick up somebody. They do not care who it is. They're just going to pick up anyone, because they just need somebody to come in there. I remember leaving the narcissistic family unit. And in the next couple of weeks, I think it was maybe weeks or a few months, there was a new scapegoat all of a sudden. All of a sudden there was a new scapegoat. I was just gone a few weeks or months, and I just heard like there was a new scapegoat had been recruited in the unit. So these narcissists, they know who you are. This battle that you're fighting is spiritual. It doesn't get better. It only continues getting worse day by day. Okay, and the time will come. Sometimes you will feel that you have not any energy left in your body. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of a narcissistic relationship, I almost had to drag myself out, crawling out of the house. I almost had to crawl out of the house. That is how exhausted I was. But I knew that this time, I can crawl out of the house, I could roll out of the house, I could run out of the house, I could walk out of the house. As long as you're moving out of the house, it's okay. But again, I have to warn you that be very careful, okay? Because when you're planning these kind of moves to leave a very toxic individual, this kind of people like that, like I've said, call somebody in the countryside if you know that there are some other finances tied with those people. You might have to call some attorneys. You might have to use the legal means in that country according to which country you are, because every country has got different legal means to handle finances and everything. If you want to plan a divorce later on, you need to notify somebody in the legal departments. It could be your advocate, it could be your attorney, so that in case of anything, they're going to come to your rescue, and they're going to come in should there be any case or whatever. They're going to come in. So those are people you need to notify. But everything's supposed to be done quietly, okay? So you do not hold a microphone in front of a narcissist and you tell them that you're going to walk away, okay? That is the very moment you're going to see their face is going to change immediately. The moment you tell them that you're walking away, their face is going to change. And there may be as well some horrible sights that you do not want to see, and you're not even prepared for. So you plan this exit very quietly, and you walk out. You may get a day when, for example, they have gone to work or they have gone to town. That is when you pick up a few belongings that belong to you, the things that you will need to start. You may not have to pick up everything, because I know so many people who have walked away from a narcissist, and they have left so many things behind. Okay, so sometimes you may have to leave some things behind. If you have the capacity to do so and pick up your belongings, and maybe sometimes they are not in the house, they have gone on a holiday or whatever, then you can always bring a van, put your things inside and disappear. But if you feel like it's an emergency, because usually when you're living in a narcissist, it is almost an emergency. You know that either you do it this day or you never do it at all. Okay, so in that case, you may just have to run away. You may disappear. You pick a few things, pick a few, couple of your kids, whatever, go. It is going to be a very uncomfortable experience. It's going to be very uncomfortable. You have been used to this home, abusive parents, abusive partners. Okay, it was comfortable, but it was abusive. It was very toxic. So what really happens is that now there's going to be a lot of pain. Okay, everybody who's going through a discard or a breakup, there is a certain degree of pain. But the one that I know about the discard, that one usually is very intensive. So you're going to have to try to digest and work with this. Everybody that has left a narcissist, like I've told you, it has been very difficult for us. In those first days and weeks, ladies and gentlemen, it was very painful. It was very difficult. We had to sit down with our emotions. We had to mourn this process. We had to release these emotions. It took a lot of time. Okay, I spent time releasing emotions from an ex-partner. I also took time releasing these emotions from an dysfunctional family unit. So when you're talking about pain, I know what is pain. But at the end of that pain, there is healing. Okay, so just understand that it is not easy. Okay, it is not easy to live a narcissist. So when you hear us talking about living a narcissist, we're trying to make you use your head a little bit more and come up with a strategy. Normally, there has to be finances. So you may have to figure out finances. You may have to go and look for a job. You might have to start working somewhere, somehow, maybe save a little bit of money here and there. Me personally, like I've told you guys in my videos, I called a friend. Fortunately, that friend had allowed me to get into his house. I took my 2 suitcases. I was out of there. I've just shared my story recently, so it was not easy, okay? I had to move out of the house with nothing, but I had to go. Let the narcissist go, empaths. Release that narcissist. If you want to see what they call healing and growth and elevation, you are going to let the narcissist go. You are going to do what you have to do, because I'm not in your situation, so I cannot figure out all the details of what is going on in your situation. You have got to let the narcissist go. Think about a plan. What really took me long back in the days was because I did not have the information I'm giving you. So I did not have the information back in the time, in all those years when I was struggling to live and planning this and planning that. I was struggling. I did not have anybody tell me these things, but you have some people teaching you. So which means that you're the lucky side. Luck is on your side, because now you know what you're dealing with. Let the narcissist go. It will be very uncomfortable. You will be inconvenienced. You will be stepping out of your comfort zone. You are going to mourn a little bit. You're going to feel the loss. It's going to be painful. Ladies and gentlemen, understand, anybody that has left a narcissist, they have gone through the same procedure. So yours is not different from anyone, from the other people. The only way you will be able to discover who you are and to discover yourself and start going on this healing journey, a journey that you will look back in time and you will figure out you did the right decision. There is a person who needs to go. Let the narcissist go. I cannot emphasize this enough. Find a way. I said, call a friend, go to the countryside, go to a shelter. I don't know what you have to do. Speak to the councils in your city. There has got to be somewhere you can go. But the only thing I can promise you, ladies and gentlemen, with the narcissist in the house, in your own bed, it's not going to get better. It is going to continue getting worse and worse every day until the whole situation deteriorates. And by the time you think about it's too late, probably it's time to go, whatever, it's almost too late to go. You can even barely get out of your bed. That is how dangerous is narcissistic abuse. So find a way, ladies and gentlemen. I do not say it's easy, like I've said. Figure out something, okay? I don't know the details of your house, where you are, who you're living with, and everything, and what you're doing with your life, but there's always a strategy. Finances are very important. Where you might have to get a job and start saving some money. It could take you maybe a month or 2 or 3. You might have to get some jobs and maybe save some money that is going to help you to start up somewhere else. And all these are things you're not supposed to say. You're not supposed to speak with these individuals and tell them what you're doing or what you're planning in your head. And when you move away from a narcissist, go very far away from them. Don't just move away and you say that, okay, so I'm going to move out and I'm going to go the next door. You cannot leave a narcissist and then you just, a couple of streets farther on, and that's where you're going to start living, and you think that you're going to be okay. They are going to follow you. They are going to follow you. They're going to come and bang on your doors. They're going to throw things at your windows. They're going to throw stuff on your cars. You get very far away from them where they cannot reach you. You are inaccessible. So that is how you break free from this kind of thing. So when we're talking about breaking free from narcissists, we know it is very difficult, but we know it can be done. If we did it, you might as well do it. You can as well do it, okay? So let us know what you think about this video. You guys know that I do love and appreciate your support. If you would like some help, book a session, please. If you would like to donate or support my channel, everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I will catch you guys in my next one. Denzomos signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.